Hi guys, today I'm going to be going over 70 plus hobbies and things to do instead of scrolling. So if you're looking for something to do this summer or honestly anytime and you're trying to stay offline, here is a list of ideas that hopefully can inspire you. I feel like as we get older, it's really easy to kind of disconnect from hobbies and focus more on, your work and social media. So hopefully this list can give you some ideas for new activities to try out and new ways to spend your time off of your phone. So the first category of hobbies that we'll be looking at is creative hobbies. So the first thing that I have down here is painting. Recently, I've been getting back into watercolor. I've seen some really cute watercolor coloring books before, and I've also seen some really cute marker or colored pencil coloring books. So honestly, just any type of painting or drawing, coloring, sketching. My next idea is to make a scrapbook. So if you want to have a place to hold off all your memories that's not on your phone and not digital, I feel like a scrapbook's a really cute idea. You could put print out different cute pictures and, write little journal entries with it. Yeah, there's a lot of really cute scrapbooking that I've seen. If you just look on Pinterest, I feel like you could get a lot of inspiration from that. My next idea is to learn photography. So, just going outside, maybe doing some nature photography, I feel like would be cool. If you really want to get into it and make it a whole out business, you could take pictures for people, wedding photography would be a really cool side hustle thing. My next idea is make jewelry. This is another activity that I really enjoy doing, but it's so fun, super relaxing, and there's so many different ways you can do it. You can do friendship bracelets type style, you could do beading, you could do charm bracelets. So yeah, there's a lot you could do with jewelry and it's very fun to make. So I would highly recommend that one. My next idea is to try pottery or air dry clay. If you wanted to go to a pottery class, I feel like that would be something that would be really fun, get outside the house, meet some new people, maybe you could do it with your friends. Or if you just want to stay at home, air dry clay would also work well. There's also different clay pottery type kits that you can get where you can bake it in your oven, so you don't have to use a kiln or anything. So there's a lot of options, I feel like. My next idea is to bake or cook something new. I feel like this is really fun. I actually work at a bakery, so baking is something that I get to do a lot, which I really love. But yeah, just baking, cooking, if you want to try a new recipe for dinner or if you want to try a new dessert recipe. My next idea is to make a vision board. I personally love making vision boards just for new times in my life, new seasons, semesters. Sometimes people will make multiple vision boards for different aspects of your life. My next idea is journaling. I've been trying to journal more. I'm not super consistent with it, but I know some people will have full journal ecosystems, all different types of things you can do with journaling. You can make it very personalized. My next idea, kind of building off of that, is creative writing and poetry. I feel like writing is something that we don't do a lot outside of school or work settings, but can be very fun and very relaxing and kind of a great way to engage creatively. My next activity, I grouped 4 into one, but basically just crochet, knitting, sewing, embroidery, all that type of stuff. I honestly don't have that much experience doing it, but it's something that I feel like would be cool to learn. Some of my friends have done crochet before, and I feel like it comes out really cool. The next idea I put is flower arrangements. More simple, but basically either, if you want to pick your own flowers, if you live near an area where you can get flowers, or, get them at the store and just make pretty arrangements. I feel like that would be a good gift idea as well. My next idea is nail art and just learning to do nails. This is another really cool activity to do, whether it's gel X or acrylic. Acrylic is kind of harder to learn to do, but if you want to learn to do nails and you can do different cool nail arts, So that's it for all of my creative hobbies. And then next I have different things to learn. So my first idea in things to learn is to learn a new language. I started learning German and Turkish this year, and it's been a really cool experience just to be able to learn a different culture, learn, a different way of communicating. Also, if you're big into traveling, I feel like this is a good idea if you want to learn a language for a place that you want to travel to. It can help you get excited for a trip. You could also learn sign language, which I feel like is also a really cool skill to have. My next idea is reading. I think reading is a great way to unwind without watching a screen. Like, it's kind of the equivalent to like watching a show or a movie, but you're still engaging your brain while doing it. So I feel like I really enjoy reading. It's very relaxing, and there's so many different genres and types of books that you can get into. You can definitely find a book that you will enjoy. The next thing I put is learn an instrument. There's a lot of different instruments out there, and whether you have an instrument at your house and you just haven't learned it, or you want to start taking classes, I feel like learning an instrument would be a really cool talent skill to have. My next one in things to learn is learn about a random topic. So whether it's a specific historical event, or if you want to learn a lot about the culture of a specific country, or a topic like psychology or astrology, just learning more about something that interests you that you may not necessarily be learning about in school or work, or haven't really gotten the chance to explore before. The next thing I put is to learn calligraphy. I feel like being able to write well is such a nice skill. Not only calligraphy and cursive, but also being able to make pretty birthday cards, things like that. Like the menus at restaurants sometimes when they have that really nice text art. I feel like that would be a cool skill to learn. So the next thing I put is to listen to podcasts. So, learn more through listening. If you're not someone who really enjoys watching things or reading things, I feel like podcasts might be a cool thing to try. What I like about podcasts is you can listen to them while you're doing other things. So while you're cleaning or walking or, driving. And then the last thing I put was chess. I know how to play chess, but I've never really gotten into it. But, chess, card games, those different types of games, honestly, I feel like is a fun thing to learn. And you can play with other people, which I think is cool. So my next category of ideas is things to do outside. So the first thing I put down was go on walks. I really enjoy walking outside. There's a lot of nice trails near my house, hiking trails. And so I try to go to those a few times a week, honestly. And my next idea is camping. I've only been camping once, but if that's something that you're into, I feel like that would be cool. Good way to spend time outside. My next idea I put is to have a picnic. This is so underrated. I don't do this enough, but I feel like it's such a cute idea, just having a picnic with your friends or your family, go to a park or a nice field near you. The next thing I put is to explore a new town. Nearby, there's so many cute towns and I don't take advantage of it enough. So I want to start exploring towns more often and checking out their bookstores and coffee shops and little gift shops. I feel like that's always so fun to do. The next idea I put is to go swimming. So this is more dependent on if you live near a beach or lake or pool, but swimming is always really fun and is also a really great form of exercise, actually. The next thing I put is to ride a bike. So whether it's just on the road or a nice biking trail, biking can be really fun. Also a good form of exercise. My next idea is to visit a park you've never been to. Exploring new parks, I feel like they all have a lot of different stuff to offer. So nice walking areas, places to play sports, places to have a picnic or eat or read. My next idea is to go stargazing. I don't think I've ever really done this, but I feel like that would be a really fun night activity. My next idea is horseback riding. So this is something that I actually have been planning to get back into because I really liked doing it when I was little. But I feel like this is such a great way to not only reconnect with nature, but also spend time and care for another animal. My next idea is to go to your nearby botanical garden. I feel like botanical gardens, they're always so beautiful, and they also have like different setups depending on the season. The next thing I put is berry picking. The bakery that I work at is actually at a pick your own fruit farm. So that's something that I get to do a lot, and I think it's really fun. My next thing I put are like bonfire and fire pit nights. I feel like this is a really good thing to do with like your friends or your family, you know, host like a group of people, have like fire pit, s'mores. The next thing I put is fishing. I had never really fished, but my boyfriend is really into fishing. And it's honestly high-key fun sometimes, like being able to go on the lake. I don't really catch fish that often, but just being in like new pretty areas outside. Okay, so my next category is active hobbies. So the first thing I put is Pilates. I personally really love Pilates. I do it 5 times a week. I just do it at home with Pilates by Izzy on YouTube. But you know, if you want to go to like a reformer class, I feel like that would be really cool. The next thing I put is yoga. Pretty similar, but more relaxed and laid back if you're not looking for as intensive movement and you're looking for more mindful movement, I feel. The next thing I put is running. I personally hate running, but if that's your thing, I feel like that's a cool hobby and also a good way to get outside, run in new areas, discover new paths. I feel like that's cool. The next thing I put is tennis and pickleball. I feel like pickleball has been really popular recently, but yeah, also great ways to go outside, connect with other people. My next idea is ice skating. So, you know, whether you want to take like lessons and do like figure skating, or you just want to do just simple ice skating for fun, I feel like ice skating's a really fun thing to do. My next thing I put is rock climbing. I've never really done rock climbing, but I feel like it looks cool, you know, whether you're doing like indoor walls or you're like actually climbing like cliffs. Very cool activity. The next thing I put is strength training. So, you know, whether it's going to the gym, lifting weights, you know, whatever form of strength training. The next 2 things that I put are also like outdoor activities, but kayaking and paddleboarding. Both are really fun to do, especially in the summer. So, you know, take advantage of the time that we have left this summer and try some of those like water sports and activities. I feel like paddleboarding specifically, I've really been wanting to do. And I'm doing it in a couple weeks, and so I'm so excited. Okay, and then my last category is just like other fun things that didn't really fit into anything specific. Most of them are like going to new types of places. So my first idea is go thrifting. I feel like if there are nice thrift stores in your area, like I would definitely recommend it. And if you want to get into like the Depop reselling, you could definitely make money off of that. So that's my first idea. My second idea is to visit a bookstore. So, you know, if you have like a cute bookstore nearby. Okay, my next idea that I put is to try a new cafe. So, you know, I feel like they've been coming out with a lot of new cool drinks, a lot of different types of matchas, like banana bread matcha, strawberry matcha. There's also a lot of nice seasonal drinks depending on what season you're in. You could also try to make those types of drinks at home too. Like if you want to try like making your own like barista setup, I feel like that would also be fun. My next idea is volunteering. I feel like this can be a very rewarding activity. So, you know, whether you want to work at your local animal shelter, homeless shelter, food bank. There's a lot of volunteer opportunities out there. Next idea is to go to museums. So, you know, if you really enjoy art museums or history museums, science museums, a lot of different types of museums. The next idea that I put is traveling. So obviously this can't be done on just like a casual weekend, but I feel like it is important to get off your phone and see a new place that you've never been to. The next thing I put is to visit an aquarium. This is like a cute like date night or like night with friends idea. My next idea is to go antiquing or to like flea markets, backyard sales. I feel like this is a really cool way to find original vintage pieces, and sometimes you can get some really good prices. My next idea is to have a game night. I feel like this is a good like rainy day activity with like your friends or your family. My next idea is to start a book club. If you really like reading and you know a lot of other people that really like reading, I feel like that might be a good idea where you could kind of have like a more shared experience with your reading. And then my last idea for the video is to start an Etsy shop. There's a lot of different ways you could go with this. I have an Etsy shop actually, where I sell like different like digital templates, so like Notion templates, that type of thing. All different types of ways you can go with that, honestly. But if you're looking to, you know, make a little money and, you know, you kind of want to start like a business type of thing, like I feel like an Etsy shop is a good first step. So those are all my ideas for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed and were able to get some inspiration and ideas for different things that you wanted to do this summer. So yeah, that's it for today, and I will see you all in the next video.